Who's the
The
attorney for
person's
the
not,
village?
let me just explain, thank you. The person that was recommended is Robert Garfinkel. The person's not observing, he's here to provide support to the village and to the clerk who's running the election. To the extent that I'm not available, I may end up, what we need to do is, what I recommend you do is to authorize some kind of budget for him, some kind of, window of availability. I will try to be here for as much of the day as I can, and but I need to have some kind of backup in case there's an issue.
What is this? What is the support to the clerk? Can we get an election inspector from the Board of Elections? Do they provide that?
Not the kind of support that that's
so
required by.
What support are you talking about?
Provide any legal answers to any legal questions that come up.
The Board of Elections can provide that?
From the people that are the clerk or the village.
But I'm just saying, doesn't the Board of Elections?
No, they don't provide legal advice to villages.
I mean, mainly it's usually whether somebody can vote or not. So what would be the other?
That's one of the questions, but that would be answered by the board. That question would probably be answered by the Board of Elections.
So what type of question would the lawyer answer?
Yeah.
Right. Whatever comes up, we don't.
No. I'd like to know why we're paying somebody $200 an hour for whatever comes up. What kind of questions
Same
come
reason
up?
why we had the last gentleman and all the
And we
gentlemen
don't
before
agree.
you.
We didn't agree with that either.
The gentleman that was here reviewed some of the signatures on the write-in ballots, ascertain whether or not they were acceptable by the elections inspectors and could be considered a valid vote.
Okay.
We may have the same problem this time around regarding somebody's saying that that's not a valid name on a. So
That would only
That's-
happen when
that
you
happens
count
at
in
the
the
end.
vote.
That's at the
I
end.
didn't
That's
say
at
anything
the
about
end.
all day. I said
So that doesn't.
No,
So
but
that's only for the end.
During the day, there could be challenges to people coming into voting. There's a number of things that happen during the day.
But that is addressed with the Board of Elections. You pick up the phone and you ask if that person is a registered voter.
No, I know that you're familiar with it. It is, part of it is, some of the information that could be challenged comes from the Board of Elections, that's correct, but there's other parts of it that,
But it's
procedural things. and other
It's
parts.
very clear in election law. I read it. It's simple, it's clear.
That's all I'm
Nothing
asking.
hardly with them, we're gonna go with the vote.
Well, we'd like an example of what could be considered a question that you might get at the election.
Procedure for challenging a vote when a voter comes in, that kind of thing. Proper procedure, how it's followed, that kind of thing. So we make sure that any challenges that, if there were, I don't even know that there's going to be, but you have to be, if there's one problem in the whole day, and I'm not here, and there's nobody else here to provide that support, it could become a major problem. We don't want to have that happen at this election.
But in election law, it says you can call Suffolk County PD or the sheriff's office.
You're not gonna have to do that.
Okay, resolution number.
No, excuse me, hold it. First of all, people still have their hands up.
No, it's only for, somebody comes in and says, I want to vote. They don't live here.
So
And
we've
I know
had
they don't live here.
situations in the past, I
And you
think, where
challenge
there
them.
have been questions, is this person registered, can this person vote? We've had the telephone there, the inspectors were able to call the Board of Elections, get their answer. If they can't reach somebody, or if they can't get an answer, isn't there a procedure, I don't know, but I'm asking, isn't there a procedure where you can take a provisional, like, okay, we're not really sure,
No.
Joe Smith, whether you can. We
No.
could take a provisional and then get our answer and find out whether it counts at the end of the night? Is there not a procedure for, like, dealing with a situation when you can't get a legal answer right then and there?
How do we know who they voted for? We're gonna
You
keep
don't.
this
No, like you
You-
set it aside.
I could answer that. Because that generally is called an affidavit ballot on general elections and primaries. Villages have their own rules. The village clerk, it's very clear in election law, has steps to take, and the people have to swear an oath that what they're saying is true. It's very simple, it's very clear, and it would be up to the village clerk to do that.
Well, I don't know that that's actually the case. You just said I think it's actually up to the inspectors who will.
No, the inspectors, but if the inspectors question, then it falls on the village clerk. I read it, it's simple village election law. And it deals with all the challenges and, affidavit ballots. Again, you could do that in a regular election. You cannot do an affidavit ballot in a village election. So it's really easy, it's really clear.
Kathy?
My understanding is that the lawyer that you would hire would be for 11 hours at somewhere between $200 and $300 an hour. So we're talking about paying somewhere between $2,200 to $3,300 to have
That's
a
like doing
lawyer
trees.
there all day to do something that the Board of Elections is capable of doing. I don't personally feel that that's a good expenditure of my tax money.
And
I'd just like to
last
say one more time, I can keep responding to different people if they keep the same comment, that the services that are provided by the board, by the attorney, whether it's me or whether it's somebody else, are not the same services that are provided by the Board of Elections.
Such as what? Such as what? What services that are not private services to private individuals?
You're hearing from a room full of people that we're just looking for an answer of why this expenditure. All of us we just want an answer. And we're not getting one.
I've said
All
it
of
10
us,
times.
I had an answer with Rob, and it's just because,
The answer is that the Board of Elections cannot answer some of the questions that the lawyer would be able to answer. We don't know it because we're not there. When
I
they
find
come
that
to
hard
a
to
question.
believe that a Board of Elections isn't going to answer what a lawyer.
Okay, I've ended public comments, okay, we're gonna do
Before we
resolution. If we're
move
not,
on,
I'm just gonna.
we're done. No, before we move on, under unpaid bills,
We didn't get them housing.
okay, because we're not gonna, this is an unpaid bill, it's gonna be carried on. It says here that Joe Poquott from 6/1 to 6/8 accrued enough hours to be paid $3,000 something dollars.
Yes.
We agreed that we would cover the expense to defend Joe from the first, actually Thursday and all day Friday. How did this get extended to 6/8?
The court got extended by 2 days.
Well, we didn't vote on any
So what happened
resolutions.
was, thanks for bringing that up, because I was gonna talk about it when it came up. So that bill actually covers several different things, some of which is the work that I did, the normal work that I did for the village. It's not just for the election case. The second thing that happened is when I was authorized by the village to basically spend a day's work on the case. That day was supposed to be Friday. What actually happened was we reported on Friday to the judge, and he said, I need time to look at everything and think about this, and he cut us short and directed us to come back on another day. So Friday actually took place on Tuesday, and then Tuesday was cut short to just a few hours, and the judge directed us to come back on Wednesday. So I was authorized by the village to spend a day. The day ended up actually being like a part of Friday, part of Tuesday, and part of Wednesday. But that, also in that bill is other work that I did for the village in the meantime.
Okay, well, my simple question is, I'm still confused, exactly what were we defending Joe Newfield from? What did he do or not do that required your presence to defend it?
It's in the papers. There was a stay requested on the election, and the village was named as a defendant. You needed representation there, and the village clerk, when these petitions come in, the village clerk makes an initial determination as to the validity of the papers, and that was challenged. And then also there was a requested stay, right in the order to show cause, there was a request for a stay in the election, and that's why I was there. And
Well, okay, why are we defending Joe? What did he not do or what did he do that is wrong?
I didn't sue him. I'm not the person that sued him. I don't know.
Well, you were defending him, you don't
Yes.
know what you were defending him about?
Are you making fun of me? Are you
No.
What was the charge?
People wanna know, why were you being paid this money to defend Joe Newfield?
I defended as I said, the thrust of there was a language in the demand to hold up the election, and And that part of the case required representation. And he's a named party in the proceeding, he has to have an attorney. If you didn't want it to be me, you should have told me, because I spent 2 weeks on this, most of which I didn't bill for. Just because the village needs an attorney.
Didn't you guys ask the insurance company about this?
We did, they're still looking into it. So maybe some of the money will be reimbursed after they're done reviewing it.
It was, you applied for it on Thursday?
Joe's
You
supposed
said
to.
we would? All right, because if that's true, and they cover it, it would be retroactive.
Right, that's what I said, we may get reimbursement, we don't know. So,
They referred it to committee to see what we're gonna get.
alright. Alright, resolution 2006-1, adopting the June 9th, 2016 agenda as printed. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Resolution carries. Resolution, okay, I'm sorry.
Resolution accepting the monthly report from June 9th, 2016. So moved.
We have some changes.
I need a second.
Oh, I second.
You're changing them, right, Joe?
Resolution adopting the minutes from May 14th, 2016 work session meeting of the Board of Trustees.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Resolution carries.
Resolution adopting the minutes, oh, wait, yeah.
That's it, number 4.
Resolution adopting the minutes from May 14th, 2016 meeting of the Board of Trustees. So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Resolution approving the election inspectors Sharon Abernathy, Steve Weisenberg, Chris Schleider, and Kelly Vitigliano. So moved.
Now I have a question.
But you need a second to discuss this, somebody has to second.
I'll second. Okay.
The inspectors, I think, should be neutral parties.
Well, it's kind of hard to get village.
Yeah, I know that. And if they're not neutral, then they shouldn't be an inspector.
Well, it could be balanced.
Yeah, they should be balanced. I don't think
We have balance.
Yeah, everyone has an opinion.
We're never gonna get.
You can abstain from voting if you want to.
I think at the point, when this has come up in the past, what I'd recommend,
I don't understand why everyone thinks they can have their own discussion.
when this has come up in the past, this question, my comment has been, when I've been asked about this, is that, as you said, Mayor, that people, it's a small village and people are aligned with with potential candidates and potential candidates. And that can't be helped. But, however, one of the things I think that has to be taken for granted is that if you are appointed as an inspector, you're going to stop, active electioneering for any, definitely nothing at the polling place, obviously, but you should not be really actively electioneering from tonight on, any of these people. And I'm looking at this, I don't know who they're for, I'm just saying that based on the comment that was just received, they shouldn't, any of these people should agree that they should not be actively electioneering from tonight on.
All in favor of the resolution? Aye. Against?
Nay.
Resolution approving Robert Garfinkel Esquire as special counsel for election in Village Hall on June 21st from 12 p.m. to 11 p.m. Do we want to leave the hours out so we can discuss what schedule?
Yes, we could do that.
Okay.
I just want to point out, Mr. Garfinkel was as I said the last time, he was a Suffolk County, and he actually was one of the 2 election commissioners in Suffolk County for 14 years recently, and is now in private practice, and that's why I recommended him.
Do these reflect the hours that the polls are open?
The polls are open from 12 to 9, but then it takes about an hour and a half to count all the votes. Right, Joe? What you said, right? Mm-hmm.
And I do expect that I will be available for some of the time, so I'll work that out with him, but I would like to have this available.
Okay. Joe, second? All in favor?
Aye.
Nay.
Motion carries. Okay, you want to do the checks, Joe?
Unpaid bills details, May 31st, 2016. 8 bills totaling $9,857.81. Lund Valve Testing Corp., valve testing on California and Walnut, $100.50. New York State Insurance, that is a credit from the New York State Insurance Fund for $580.35 on our premium. Joe Prokopp's bill 514 for 531, 29/31/25. Quick waste sanitation, May, $7,061.12. Small business management solutions, May bookkeeping, $382.50. Suffolk County Water, we have a credit because they did not read our meter, they gave us an estimated bill, but we're down $63.16. Telecom, Triad Telecom for the village phones, $125.47. Verizon, again, we have a credit for $255 because they were charged us too much for one of their services. We ended up with 3 bills, $51.85 each, minus $99.52, total $98.57.81. Home Depot credit card bill, $236.68. Street signs and park repairs. 4 unpaid bills, May 26. Paul Edison Village Justice for May, $250. Again, the New York State credit, I don't know why. Suffolk County, I don't know why, neither do I know on Verizon, but
Who prepares that?
that we have to check into. Yes. Okay, 7 unpaid bills, detail May 26. Delete Foreign Auto, repairs on one of the vehicles, $1113.73. Again, the credit, I don't know why it's there.
Is that coming from?
PSE&G, Village Electric Hall, Village, and that's the Park End Village Hall, $268.26. California Park, $22.75. Staples bill for supplies, $133.94. Suffolk County Water credit, again, overbilled us. And Verizon, we have to find out what the hell that's about. Sorry, folks.
Have it again.
3 times?
7 bills, May 19, petty cash reimbursement, $90.79. New York State Insurance, there we go. Platinum Recycling, 30-day village cleanup day, $1,031.45. Arleni Plumbing and Heating, replace the ball valve at Walnut Beach, $325. Suffolk credit again.
My question. And we got it again.
Unpaid bills detail, June 1st. Cannon Financial. Lease on the unit, this is a June bill, $108. New York State credit, there we go.
There we go again.
I have no idea what it is.
I like to think that should get a little adjustment.
I have no idea.
It was last month too.
So then we don't have a true picture of the
No.
money.
14 unpaid bills detail, Ace Hardware, $11.50. Big Yank Cleaning Service, May for the Village of Poquott, $384.95. Cablevision, $94.90. Cola Head Corp, Portal Labs, $90 for $270, all 3 beaches, all 3 parks. Eastern Environmental Solutions, street sweeping, $17.50. Emblem Authority, replacement patches for the officers, for $37.50. Vasco Paving, pothole repairs, $19,700. Is that correct?
There you go again.
Poquott Joseph, $362.50. PSE&G, May Street bill, $291.77. PSE&G, May pole rental, $12.44. There's credit on that. Times Beacon, public notices, $112.73.
And your famous credit.
Total is $25,437.07.
It's wrong.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. A motion to adjourn? All in favor?
Aye. So,